Thank you very much. Exactly as mentioned, my name is Sven Przywarra, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of LiveEO. At LiveEO, we have the goal to transform satellite data analytics and really bring it to the mass markets. Maybe set the stage. For the ones who don't know, over the last few years, there's been an explosion in the number of satellites. We now have data about every single place, anywhere across the globe, every single day, with an ever-growing frequency, ever-growing resolution. And there are many companies which are building and launching satellites. And the data, which is now available for every single asset, being it the man-made asset or non-man-made assets or natural asset, all this data is becoming more and more available. And we really need this data because climate change, geopolitical change, and demographic change make it necessary that we understand what's happening here on the surface of the Earth. Because we can't just run an insurance process based on historic data. We can't just run an asset maintenance process on historic data because, well, if you're living through the seventh most extreme summer in a row, well, then you can't say, well, you just take the data of the last 20 years and predict what's going to happen over the next 20 years. So you need actual information about what's currently going on at any spot on Earth. But that was kind of like the foundation. That was the base observation which Danny and myself had when we sat down to think about what we want to do with LiveEO. And we looked at the market and looked around, why isn't there any company which really has grown to hundreds of millions or billions dollars of revenue or market valuation in that space? Because Earth observation companies have been around since a few years, and maybe you have seen pictures of some of these companies. What we've identified is that no one was really, let's say, efficiently bridging that gap between the technical opportunity and real-life application. Most companies were selling or are selling raw satellite data to end users. They are offering horizontal data platforms and then go to enterprise customers and tell them, hey, don't you want to use our horizontal data platform? And you just need 10 engineers instead of 20 to use satellite data. Or companies were selling one-off projects which never really scaled. And what we said is, okay, well, none of these approaches really helps us to unleash the full potential of satellite data for the mass market. What we said is you need technology and you need scalability to really solve that. And that's kind of our mantra since the beginning of the company in 2018. We said we need to build one analytical stack which procures data from a range of satellite operators, then analyzes data with AI, translates this data into actionable insights which are useful, meaning a boring SAP update or something of that nature, and then brings these insights to end users via own applications, via integrations. And we said that it's always these four steps which really help to completely unlock the full potential of Earth observation data. And this is true for any industry out there. This is really our belief, and that's our vision at LiveEO. And so since the last 6 years, we are working on making this vision a reality. So we started in 2019 with launching our first product, which is called Treeline, which helps electrical grid operators and railway operators such as Network Rail here in the UK, Deutsche Bahn in Germany, Japanese electrical grid operators or electrical grid operators in the US to maintain vegetation next to their overhead line. Ultimately, this is climate resilience. We need to have a reliable energy network to allow us to electrify the economy. The second product, which we launched also in the infrastructure sector in 2022, is our second product. It's called Surface Scout. It helps pipeline operators in Oman, in Nigeria, in the UK, in Spain to monitor changes next to pipelines and to prevent A, them from blowing up, and B, to create environmental harm. These two products are being sold in the infrastructure space and have customers on every continent of the globe. But all of this has been built on the same tech stack. And we wanted to prove that the same tech stack, the same automation, the AI which we've built is not only powerful in the infrastructure space, but beyond. So last year, we launched a product in the supply chain space, which we call TradeAware, which helps companies from packaged consumer goods companies to agribusinesses to comply with the new EU deforestation regulation, which asks companies all across Europe and the world to monitor whether there's any kind of deforestation happening within supply chains. Again, these are two different products, but they are all built on a leading AI stack, which we've built in-house. We have 60 engineers. I believe, the best AI team in the satellite data analytics space. And really, we have now years and years and hundreds of thousands of data labels and millions of dollars in satellite data, which we are using to train our scalable AI tech stack. And that tech stack is not only nice to have. No, this tech stack is really providing real-life results for our customers. Now here, given as an example in the infrastructure space, our customers can run their grids more reliably, even in front of the backdrop of climate change. They can have higher margins. They can be more efficient. And all of this is really only due to the scalability which we have in-house, which differentiates us from any other Earth observation company out there. But as said, we're right now at around 5 million in ARR, but the market which we're targeting is way larger than that. Right now, we closed very recently, and this is the first time I'm saying it in public. We closed 25 million round very recently, and we're right now, there's still a second closing, so if anyone is now excited about Earth observation analytics and wants to talk to me, happy to talk to you. But this money is being used to accelerate our go-to-market motion over the next few years and to really leverage the technology stack which we've built. Again, I want to shine some light on our new product line, EODR. We're looking at a new regulation which will require more than 1 million companies to validate that there's no deforestation within the supply chain. And if they don't do it, they have to pay up to 4% of their annual turnover as a penalty. Now, this is not only a great business opportunity, this is really this will have a big impact on stopping deforestation across the globe. And what we can do with satellite data is not only prove precisely where deforestation has happened, no, we provide also the enterprise readiness, which allows companies to directly input these results directly into their procurement system, no matter what kind of procurement system they have. This is why customers from small to big are currently already leveraging our solution, and we have customers here also nearly already all over the globe. Again, these 3 products are kind of the second step in our big strategy. First, we expand in one vertical. That was the tree line product, which we now give customers globally. Then we expand in additional vertical products to further understand how this platform can really scale. But ultimately, we believe that satellite data is super, super powerful for any kind of industry, because ultimately, any industry has outdoor assets, and climate, the geopolitical challenges ahead, and so forth require us to really make use of these data sets. And we believe that the technology stack, the platform, which we are right now proving to be very useful, very scalable, can be used by others to build solutions on top of that tech stack. That's the long-term vision. And we believe that this is not only a nice thing to have, we believe that this is a $100 billion opportunity. Because again, really, if I have a bad day, I'll just think back to the first principles, which is if you have data about every single asset across the globe, if you have AI, and you have things which require you to have a better understanding around all these assets, and all of this with nearly no fractional cost, then this is a big business opportunity which we are seizing at LiveEO. So if you're interested in learning more about this, our current round, or how we could help you to potentially apply satellite data analytics, I would be very happy to talk to you. Thank you very much.